Hi, I'm Mike. Today the project list is brought to you by the letter P, pig problems and peacock problems. We're going to come up with a winter solution for the pig's water, one that won't freeze up with our lower temperatures. And we're going to solve a first world peacock problem and move him into the shop and build him a condo where he can live out the winter at a constant 50 degrees. It's all coming up on the project list on our Wyoming Life. Thanks for coming along with me as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. We're going to bring you into the fold of a Wyoming ranch. The cows are fed. Now that I think of it, it's kind of weird to be standing here in front of the tractor for a project list video. Let's fix that. This is the project list. On this board, we keep track of all the jobs that need done around here. Well, not all of them. Some don't even make it up to the board, and some days we just fly by the seat of our pants. But today, we're splitting the difference as we take care of one problem that needs done and one that's more of a nicety for one of our more distinguished guests here on the ranch. The technical definition of a ranch is a large farm, especially in western US and Canada, where cattle or other animals are bred and raised. I guess by that definition, you have to have cows to be a ranch, but I'm not one to judge. After all, the pizza ranch, I have yet to see a cow in one of those, which is probably a good thing. I'm not sure if a cow would eat pizza, but it wouldn't surprise me. Not all around here is cows, though. We have lots of other animals that demand our attention, and honestly, cows are some of the easiest maintained of them all. One group of animals that always needs attention around here are the pigs. They may seem like the forgotten stepchild of the ranch, but in all reality, they're the ones that get the most attention these days. They're constantly needing cleaned, they always need food, and their water, well, if the term a pig in mud is any indication, their water always needs work. Now that our nighttime low temperatures are getting down into the teens, we've been babysitting the pig's water. At night we turn it off, we disconnect it so it doesn't freeze. But there are ways around this, and today we're going to create a permanent solution to the pig's water issue, and it's relatively simple. Normally, pigs' water flows through pipes. Those pipes will freeze in the wintertime. So we're going to change things up and start using a tank for water for them. I happen to have an extra tank here, and we're going to outfit it for the pig's water usage. First thing is we need a plug in the tank, so it holds water. And then we're going to fit some pig watering nipples into the tank. Pigs can't have open access to water in an enclosed space. They'll make a mess. They're going to make a mess anyway, but we need to limit their access to water while still giving them water to drink. That's where the nipples come in. They only let water flow when a pig is biting down on it. The pig will then drink, and when he's done, the faucet shuts off. It's pretty slick. But without a constant water supply, they're useless. And once a pipe freezes, you can have all kinds of problems. By measuring and drilling a couple holes in this tank, we can fit these special nipples into the hole. 2 nipples probably isn't enough for all of our pigs, but I have more on order and I can put those on later. For now, these ones will do. The nipples are held in place by a nut on the back side, and by design, they squeeze the entire assembly together, creating a nozzle that won't leak and the pigs can rely on. Now we have a tank, ready to fill with water and for the pigs to drink out of. But wait, the water is still going to freeze. Left like this, it would, but we can utilize a tank heater to keep the water open. This floating tank heater will float just below the surface and keep the water from freezing. With the nipples well below the surface as well, and even if a light ice forms across the top, the nipples will still remain open and flowing, just like the pigs like it. A quick and easy project that will hopefully save time and effort farther down the road. We'll have to fill it daily, but there's no risk of broken water lines. And as long as the power stays on, the tank will stay open, and the pigs will stay happy. Back at the shop, it's time for our next project. The Peacock has been living in the barn all summer long. Since he lost his leg, he's not as adventurous as he once was, but he actually seems content to hang out and take the occasional stroll. Our goal for today, however, is to move him into the shop. We're going to build a roost for him to hang out on, and hopefully he'll be happier in the warmer temperatures. The barn isn't heated, but the shop is, and the shop is kept at a pretty constant 40 to 50 degrees. I like to reuse materials whenever I can. I'm not sure if it's responsible thinking or just laziness because I don't want to have to go to town and get parts. We're going to build him a fence to roost on, just like he has in the barn. And the first part of that is a base, which we can make out of a used pallet. In the barn, he has a flat roost he likes to sit on. I'm not sure where he's at right now, probably out adventuring. But we're going to steel it, and then we're going to measure the height of the fence to make sure that his new fence and roost will be about what he's used to. After grabbing some scrap wood from the barn across the road, we can start to assemble his new fence, a basic 4 foot tall and almost 4 foot wide support structure for his old roost. Once complete, then his roost goes on, and we can bring in his water and his food, which is basically just chicken feed. Then it's time to go and find him. He's outside somewhere, and although he is tame, when he's outside he really doesn't like to be caught. But eventually we find him and chase him around a bit. But he does surrender, and we can head back inside. To where he can take a rest and try out his new digs. Erin gives me a hand putting his leg back on. He wears this prosthetic leg about 50% of the time. We take it off every other day to make sure it's not rubbing any part of his leg raw. And once it's back on, then it does take a little bit of getting used to again. So with the pigs and Peacock happy, you can call it a day. You know, I've had people give me crap about spending so much time worrying about a peacock's health and well-being. They get the cows, I guess, they get the pigs, they make money for the ranch, but I have been asked straight out, what does having a peacock do for you? Now, I'm guessing these people aren't married. Erin has loved the peacock since the very first day that he set foot on the ranch, one of which he no longer has. Even though there's nothing in the definition of a ranch about a peacock, he's still part of it. He's become almost a beacon of hope. In a time when we thought we weren't going to be able to keep him, people gathered together with ideas and even solutions to help him out. It's paid off for him. He now gets to live in the lap of luxury, at least for a bird, and his every wish is pretty much granted. Except for that peacock, except for that girl peacock thing, the girlfriend. We're still working on that one. If you ask me though, I still think it would be a lot cooler, and don't tell him this, but to have a pet owl. Thanks for coming along. I know it was an easy one, and some days are like that. Others aren't, so enjoy a light day and take it easy. Just one more thing that I'll have you do, and that's hit that like button for me. And if you had a good time today, make sure you subscribe, because you never know what's coming up. There's always something happening around here. I'll see you on Thursday during our live stream. I stopped by Thars this morning and just gave me a few really cool prize packs to give away during our live stream, including hats, vests, and gloves. So I hope you can come hang out, and I really hope you can win. That's Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Until I see you again, have a great week, and thanks for joining us in our Wyoming Life.